It's another commercial. Y'all, this is an 11-minute clip. I've had 2 minutes of commercials. Sorry. Joel will probably cut all this out, but it is a reaction. It's annoying. And it's the same fucking commercial. At least tell me something else. I don't want these orthotics. Hey y'all, it's Ashley from the Articulate Coven. I'm getting some reaction videos done, and I get to watch the Variety Studios interview with the cast. So I'm super excited. Let's just jump on in. San Diego Comic-Con has been incredible. We have gotten so much content I don't think any of us were really expecting any of it coming that quickly on the end of the show. So it's been a crazy ass weekend with lots of great surprises, a little music, a little Sam. It's been fantastic. So I'm excited to kind of see what kind of secrets might be revealed here. If anyone accidentally tells a secret.
The Devil's Minion is like a concentration of who Armand and Malloy are for the whole sort of series. So I think that's what.
Yeah, I think everybody's asking for this. There's one very aggressive chapter in the third book of this thing.
So they're talking about Devil's Minion being the storyline between. Pause. Stop. The storyline between Daniel and Armand. Daniel becoming a vampire. So right off the bat, in the little teaser, we're getting reassurance that storyline's coming. Not only is it coming, we're going to get all of it, more of it than we had in the book. So if you're a fan of that, you should be pretty damn pleased.
And we're giving them seasons and seasons and seasons of Devil's Minion. It's coming. It's happening. Don't worry about it. All good.
I had the great privilege of being at the Comic-Con panel 2 years ago when we first got a glimpse at all things Interview with the Vampire. So I'm curious, what has it been like reflecting on what it was like back then versus how ravenous this fandom is at this point and how massive of a hit it is?
They called us a ravenous fandom. We really are. We're ridiculous.
I don't know.
We were just so terrified that everyone was going to hate us. I remember just
Sam,
being
we could never
backstage
hate you.
before we went onto that panel 2 years ago and just, feeling like the world was ending.
The world was not ending. It was just beginning. It's just so hard to believe that he had any doubts about the way he was killing that role. Just crazy to me. But I know fandoms can be real dicks. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I hate about 80% of the other fans in the fandom. And I mean, I know that other groups are not as peaceful and chill as ours is when we're having our conversations and things about what we like and don't like. So, I mean, we are ravenous and maybe a little rabid around the edges.
You didn't tell us that. We were so nervous. I mean, it was just so nerve-wracking. Because obviously, people love the film and they love the book, and they're like, who are these guys?
Right? There's like just 2,000 arms crossed.
Who are you?
They're going to screw this up.
Yeah. It was scary. Yeah. But we haven't done our panel yet. So
They're right. It could be the same people going, you screwed it up. Yeah.
Sorry.
I actually had a girl sitting next to me clutching her Anne Rice novels during it. She was very excited.
Yeah, like you.
He's clutching.
Oh my God, you were the girl.
Rolin showing up with his copy of the Vampire Lestat in his hands. The most adorable fangirl. We are so lucky to have him, but it's hilarious. She was just talking about a girl clutching all of her books just dramatically, and Rolin was like, oh, it's me too. It's me too.
This place is at once. Yeah. I mean.
So I'm curious from a behind the scenes perspective, I think one of the reasons why the show resonates so much is that it avoids a lot of the tropes that we've grown accustomed to, especially with anything more fantastical, anything in the romance genre. Is that something that you are consciously trying to avoid as you are working behind the scenes, or is that just natural?
I mean,
that's definitely your question.
Well, it's lovely for you to say, but I think probably in the writers' room we do think we're writing tropes. We're just trying to find the weird back door. You can't write any scene and think that there isn't somebody writing the exact same scene somewhere on that very day, somewhere in Los Angeles, in New York, or London. Much less, the last like 30 or 40 years. So you're constantly just trying to put Anne in the room and see what would this crazy woman do if she was taxed with doing the television show, and it feels familiar.
What would this crazy woman do? I love it. And it is interesting that she doesn't feel like you're seeing any like tropes in the show, because you definitely do. It's just, it's all wrapped up in this, fantastic bloody affair, So, I mean, it's all there. It's love, it's loss, it's jealousy. It's, it's just told really fucking well. Rolin Jones is so adorable. He looks so excited all the time.
Or if anybody can call it out, you're always just, well, what else can we do? So that you're delivering original scenes for these people. I feel like they haven't done, and we're constantly just thinking about how we're be Delainey, be Assad, be Sam, and because that's always in the end what it is. A writer comes and delivers and goes, I hope this is good, please love me, like that, and then run away.
Maybe you say, come back here, fix it.
Yeah, a little, as it should.
Well, speaking of, writing these really amazing scenes, Delainey, you go out with a bang at the end of the most recent season. Obviously, great material to...
Oh, I guess I should have maybe said who the interview's with. Oops. So we've got Sam Reid. Well, Delainey is in this, as well as Assad. And then we've got Mark Johnson. He's kind of creepy in the back. He's not creepy in the background. He's just sort of quietly creeping in the background. He hasn't really said much yet. And then Rolin, of course. So that's who we're listening to.
Work with, but your performance, I mean, incredible. How did
Delainey
you
fucking
prepare
killed it
for that incredible strength that you had to
That death
show
scene
during
was
a really
just
difficult
mwah.
scene?
Honestly, I don't actually know. No, no. I spoke with Emma a lot, and we had like I met her in her office, and we had like poke bowls together, and we were talking about how I envision it and how she envisioned it, and like we met in the middle. And then it's kind of weird because you like have all these plans, and then you get in the room and it's like, okay, like this is no longer the plan. And I think that was the plan, to not have a plan and see what kind of...
Oh, it's got ads. Why does it have ads? It's an 11-minute interview and we've got fucking ads. Screw you, Power Step shoes. Anyway, I just want to brag on Delainey for a second while we wait on this. She came into the season after, I think Bailey did a great job season 1, and she just made it her own and really took Claudia to the next level. I know a lot of people who do not care for Claudia that fell in love with her a little bit for the first time. And then for me, like I've always been a bit of a Claudia fan. Claudia stan.
Came out of the scene. I was bouncing off everyone's energy in the room, so it was it was very collaborative, and I think it helped me.
She talked about it being really collaborative. It does have a real theatrical edge to it. Like, I mean, obviously all of that scene took place in a theater. We were in a theater for much of the Paris time that we spent. So it definitely has a very theatrical feel to it. And I think that the way they shot it really allowed, especially if you've done any theater work as opposed to film, there's very different mediums. And theater kind of allows for a more immediate experience, and a more like you're all in the room together. You know, you're not filming your sections and then someone's like reading lines to you while you film another section later. You know, it's more cohesive, and you get a really, really great product if you can shoot remotely like that. And I'm glad that they
A lot find Claudia's pain in that scene.
Now, I do love season 2, but we've got to already dive into. I'm very excited to see another season of this show. I'm sure there's not too much that can be shared just yet, but I understand that next season is going to dive into the Devil's Minion storyline.
Who's feeding you this?
This was on the internet.
Oh, the internet. Well, those people.
Actually, I believe they said it was you.
Oh, did it?
What? No, not you.
Well, yeah.
I can't fucking wait for Bogosian to do the Devil's Minion. He is the man.
Well, he just made the fledgling thing. It just started. Yes, we've been thinking about it for a while, and we will progressing it. Blah blah blah. But the show it's the vampire Lestat. First
All
and
of season
foremost.
3.
There are other characters
Devil's
that are
Minion.
really going to be. That's the thing that we're most concerned with. Yes, that will not drop. There will be story points leading towards the Devil's. Yeah. I think the whole thing is the Devil's Minion. The whole thing. Every interaction you've ever had with him is already part of the Devil's Minion.
I agree.
Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I think it's being incorporated. Like, the Devil's Minion is like a concentration of who Armand.
I love how reassuring he is. Like, he really wants us to know that we're in good hands with him as a fan. You know, like, it's coming. Don't worry. Calm down. Don't believe everything you read on the internet.
And Malloy are for the whole sort of series. So I think that's what.
Yeah, I think everybody's asking for this one very aggressive chapter in the third book of this thing, and we're giving them seasons and seasons and seasons of Devil's Minion. It's coming. It's happening. Don't worry about it. All good.
Assad, what are you most excited to life from that? Any particular chapter?
There's a little chapter there. People might know. I could. No, I've always just been just grateful to be on this journey, and I think the thing that these guys do so brilliantly is that no one is really sort of just filling the space just to be there, and it's so rich.
I don't feel like there's any like filler shit on this show at all. It's very lean with the storyline.
So whatever happens in the future, I'm just like super grateful to be there.
No, something else that we know about the season is we're gonna get a little bit of a musical journey. So I'm curious, what does that mean? How far?
Look at everybody's faces. Talking about the music, and you could just see everybody's fucking faces because they know what they're sitting on and they know what they're going to release over the next couple of days. This is before the panel, so this is before any, like, the song was released, the teaser. Yeah, look at their fucking faces. They're like, I'm just so glad it's not cheesy. I was really worried, you guys. That was like, that's just part of the book. I don't know why it's always kind of weirded me out. It's just been like, this could be so bad, so cheesy, awful bad. And I'm just glad it's not.
Are we pushing what it means to have a musical component to this story? Full musical episode? People on stage? What can you tell me?
Oh man. Okay. All right.
I mean, before don't say too much.
I won't say too much.
Tell me.
Look, there's a missing person here right now because he's taking care of
Talking about Daniel Hart,
his
the
beautiful
music
infant,
director.
child right now. But it's Daniel Hart who's
So
been doing our
fucking
music
great.
for 2 seasons, doing. I have no shame saying this, the best scoring in TV or movies for the last 3 years. They're extraordinary scores, and he's about to. All of his 18-year-old dreams are about to come true. And the guy who used to tour with Bowie is coming back, who used to open for Bowie. That guy is coming back, and we're going to write a bunch of songs. And they're going to be sung by this guy.
Well, so that brings me to you, Sam. How are you preparing for this epic rock star journey that you're about to go on?
Drugs. I'm taking a lot of drugs, and
I hope you're doing good drugs, Sam.
They're flying me around on a private plane.
Yeah.
And
Hookers and
just,
blow, Sam.
Yeah.
Hookers and blow.
I'm just, like living like a permanent rock star. Yeah.
And every mini mall karaoke a night that's there, he's just jumping in and sort of.
Can you imagine just walking into some seedy ass bar and Sam Reid's there doing fucking karaoke as Lestat?
working it out.
Perfect way to prepare.
Yeah.
It's another commercial. Y'all, this is an 11-minute clip. I've had 2 minutes of commercials. Sorry. Joel will probably cut all this out, but it is a reaction. It's annoying. And it's the same fucking commercial. At least tell me something else. I don't want these orthotics.
I don't need to tell all of you how unbelievably passionate the fan base is online. I feel like
Yeah, we want it. We've been waiting a long fucking time.
Like, that's how I first heard about this show, was just these fans are really excited. So there's always the amazing side. I know you love your fans. How do you deal with sometimes the critiques from fans, sometimes the more toxic side that can come out, especially on Twitter/X?
I don't see it, and I made that decision
So Sam avoids the social media.
on season 1, and it's
I hope when it's all said and done, he revels in how much everyone loves him.
really helped with my mental health. I think, like it's wonderful for everyone to have comments and opinions, and it's fantastic to be in a show that generates so much reactivity. I mean, like, it's, we were just saying this before, it's really hard to feel engaged by things today. There's so many traumatic things happening in the world in general. So when you feel excited by a television show, excited enough to be angry or like hurt or cry with us or laugh with us or be furious or makes you question things or brings up really important conversations that can reflect in society in a much greater scale. That is a huge honor that we carry, and we get to be a part of a show like that. It's not helpful for us to see it. Like, it doesn't really do us any favors. We have to come back and do this show and deliver this show for you so that you can keep having those really intense conversations, but we don't need to see it.
You don't sneak a peek every now and
No,
then?
I don't.
It's literally the first time Mark Johnson spoke this entire time.
Not anymore. I mean, I did in the first season, and I learned my lesson because I couldn't sleep for 6 months. But you have to be able to do your job. Yeah. But
Now, obviously, we're here at Comic-Con this weekend where we're celebrating all of our favorite things to watch on TV, in movies. So I'm curious for each of you, what is on your watch list right now? What are you looking forward to watching or watching
Just
right
what's on
now?
their watch lists.
That's here at Comic-Con or just general?
Anything.
I just finished season 4 of The Boys, and
Season 4 of The Boys for Assad. I'm behind. I haven't watched that season yet. That show's fucking bananas, though. I love it.
that was pretty epic. So I don't know if they have something going on here at Comic-Con.
Oh, they do.
Oh, they do. Okay, cool. Well, then I'm excited about that.
I just watched a trailer for something like upstairs with you. What was that called?
Agnes.
They're talking about Agatha all along, which I'm also very fucking excited about, even though it's changed titles 8 times.
Agnes's thing.
Oh, well, it was Agatha all along.
Yeah,
that one,
that we watched a
Agnes.
silent
Who's
trailer
Agnes?
on a television. I thought, wow, that's a great cast. Wow, that show looks cool. So I don't know. I haven't seen it with sound on, but that sounds like a good one.
Yeah.
I'm so far behind. I haven't even seen the most recent season of The Bear, which I have to catch up on.
Mark Johnson says, watch The Bear. I haven't started that yet either. I've been busy.
So, but there are a number of things. I'm looking at billboards here in San Diego and thinking, oh, I'd like that. Oh, I should see that. I've heard good things about that. So I've got a lot of work to do.
Also, sometimes when everybody's like, you've got to watch this, it's the best thing ever, I have an attitude about it. It's a flaw in my personality. It really is. It's nothing like, it's a literal just personal flaw. And then I can't do it until I've mentally broken through that and decided, okay, now's the time. It's also why I started with season 3 of Bridgerton. All right, guys, that is the Variety Studio interview for San Diego Comic-Con with Sam and Assad and Delainey and a little bit of Mark and a delicious scoop of Rolin. I love how happy and excited they all are about the work they're doing in the show. And I think that, I always say, I think we're in very good hands. Thank God we aren't in the Mayfair team's hands and we're in the right place with the right people. So I look forward to seeing what comes out next. I'm really with everybody else. I'm hoping we get songs released kind of periodically leading up until season 3. I really, really hope that kind of happens. And then it's just this huge explosion of Lestat rock star fucking awesomeness. So yeah, I will be knocking out another couple of these here and there as we go along, and we'll be back for book club in 2 weeks, and we should have another movie response coming up pretty soon too. So guys, thanks so much for listening to us and hanging out with us. Thank you for participating in our on our YouTube channel. Thank you for hanging out in our Facebook group, on the Discord. You guys make this so much fun for us. I mean, we were having fun when it was just us doing this, but now that we have all of you, it's even better. So thanks for watching, listening, and hanging out. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.